Blog number 10 in the Rhetorical Act book talks about the challenges arising in a audience. So what I got from this was that challenges arising from an audience form the subject, opportunities and challenges arising from the writer. And then we can see this as challenges being more obstacles. So I feel like we should see them like that. And then at the beginning, those writers who are starting out make what is called the two most common mistakes. And the first one is we assume that most audiences are basically just like us, but in reality they're just like themselves. And the second one, most common error is that transformation of the audience into vicious monsters. So they're kind of transformed to discrete their messages. And then we kind of have to keep in mind, with that being said, is that the audience members are just like us. And then following this, it's that we go with the broader perspective of the audience. So there's 4 ways to understand this. And then one is through empirical audience. So that is all those exposed to the Rhetorical Act. The other one is target audience, and that is you share basic basic stuff with the writer. And then the third one is the agents of change, and then those you target the people who can actually have the power to change or act different. And then the last one is created audience. So that involves a relationship between those near you, or stuff like that. And another thing that it's following this part of this being said is that there's misinterpretation and conceptions of the writers. And then that is one being is attitude. And then it's kind of the concept of development of researchers to describe some of the people's behaviors. We can also say that they are likes and dislikes. You can see that in someone's attitude. And it's totally up to you, your opinion, whether you like something or you dislike something. And that's the mental readiness, or the potential way how we can react to something. And so attitudes are basically expressed through statements. And following this, we move on to lack of motivation. And so sometimes we need to know the difference between our needs and our values. And then going off of needs are to find a way to react to our needs, basically. And then our values, it's judgments about what is moral and what's good, and then what is right for us. So for my online discussion, I chose Jennifer Baylor's essay, and it's Love the One You're Near. So as I was reading this, I totally agreed to what she was talking about. And it basically talks about how online dating and all these apps are going around, but we're so stuck in visualizing what is kind of building a fairy tale. And I feel people are forgetting, as her title says, love the one you're near. Like, you're forgetting who is right next to you. So this person might have all these things that, you know, you just aren't giving the person a chance. And people are just like, you know, stuck in these like online apps because, you know, they fantasize like about what the ideal partner should be or stuff like that. But I thought her story was pretty interesting.